Okay, so today we are going to code the backend for our project, which was a Chrome extension for storing LLM chats to retrieve it when we want. Let's have a look how we are going to do that. I've already planned few steps earlier, so I'm going to work on with that. Let me open Safari, then we have to go Excel draw. Okay, so the plan was that we will create a backend and we are going to create the backend. Okay, so let's say we have to create the backend like the way we used to for the front end. It is totally same for the front end and for the Chrome extension because both of these things work on the same principle. And Chrome extension is nothing just the front end and UI along with that. Like it works like a front end for the Chrome. It's like front end for the Chrome. So yeah, we are going to you know use those principles for our functionalities. We are going to create the API which is going to the backend. Then we will connect it to the front end. But before that, we have to sort few things like how is the chat is going to be saved, how the interface will look like, because we need to figure it out earlier. Then we will create the backend separately. Then we will merge both the backends. So let's have a look. How does it work and how it's going to work, right? Okay, so right now let me just refresh this. Okay, so it's being refreshed. I don't know why. Okay, so it refreshed properly. No. Yep, yep. Okay, so what if I just merge it like okay, I have to do again. I have to move it to the um, and just go to like so. Okay. That's great for now. Now let's move on to our structure. How we are going to do it and what we are going to make. If anyone want to make any query, like we don't have any views right now. Just create the front end using. So I just have to go the prompt world and then I have to also go to. Oh no, I don't have to go anywhere. Just go to the backend source. Then we are going to get the background task background.js where we are going to store. But how we are going to store that's totally upon us. So right now, how things are being saved and from where the data is coming, I have to save back to storage is from where data is coming. Let me just see result dot from vault data or ChatGPT cloud data equal to result dot Chrome storage get chat storage. Okay, this is how it is going to work. Mm-hmm. Anyways, if we get where the data is being stored, we can get the details, right? Combine and sort document by order, collect assistant message and collect user message. This is going to collect the assistant message and this is going to collect the user message. That's great. So this is for every platform, right? For Cloud A, Cloud for Gemini. Then we have, okay, so we also have other platforms, right? Not only say, or not only Cloud and Gemini. But why it is just showing that Cloud and Gemini is working like that? We should have other. Where is ChatGPT? So we don't ChatGPT, Chat. Okay, so here it is. Hmm. For Gemini we have, for Cloud we have, but not for ChatGPT. That's strange. Okay, wait. If platform double equal to triple equal to cloud means cloud form. If we have Gemini, then Gemini. Else for const dot selector. This is something I wanted to ask, that how does it work? Okay, find conversations here. So if I just open, I I'll get. Okay, let me just do a thing. What was that? Find conversation pairs. Yeah, here it is. So for ChatGPT, it have. Okay, wait. Find conversation pairs. Conversation pairs. Find conversation pairs if platform equal to this. Okay, so for Cloud and Gemini, we need to collect both user and distant messages separately. That's why it is using this. Okay, for the other platforms, it have a particular thing, right? Understood. Now if we, I'm okay, so we have one viewer. At least you can start to chat if you want. Okay, anyways, so we have uh, GPT and Cloud and Gemini and Grok. For GPT and Grok, the common you can say notations of the class works, and you can scrap the data from that there. But if you talk about cloud, Croc, you have to dig deeper. You have to try multiple things where you are going to create those, like, you know, you are going to target those classes which are according to their platforms. Let's say we have Gemini. Gemini have several classes, and which class is going to hold which data is totally upon Gemini, right? But in the case of Grok and in the case of Cloud, mostly both are same, both are following the same notations, and it is easy to find. So that's why it is using this kind of what you call nomenclature and targeting the names. Now let us see that how we are going to structure the data which we are getting, right? So we have group consecutive user and assistant message into pairs. This is creating the pairs. Now, let's say you want to create a chat room, right? And you want to save it there. How would you going to do it? But because right now we have just save option. I will, what I want that you should have an option that you can create a group of saved messages, and you can start a session like, okay, we are going to start a session, then you can end the session, and in between that session you are going to, so how is it going to work? You will have a pop-up. First, let's say we're going to have a session. What session will going to be? Okay, so create session, uh, name, pick a name, right? That's how thing is going to work, right? uh, what we are going to do is, second, we are going to create, like, till that session is live, I mean on, you whatever message you save will be part of that session, right? So that's how it is going to work. Whatever message you write, whatever things are you going to write and apply, or you can say whatever, you know, what I forgot the word, whatever chat you are going to save from whatever plan, like LLM, you can choose any LLM, and if the session is active, you can save those chat in that session. You can't separate, like you don't have any button to separate the chats, because we are going to make it simpler. We are not going to make it complex. And if we add too many buttons, it will be like, okay, it will mess up the UI of the base, of the platform or LLM itself. So that's how we are going to work. Our, like, after that, when the session is over, so, like, let's say session should not continue for a while if there is no activity. So what happens that if there is no activity for, let's say, now how we are going to calculate it, the timer will be on, right? And what we can do, we can add a smart, AI between. which is going to do that. Like chat is coming, okay, it will guess, and no, that will be a tough option. So the way we have to automatically detect that, if we want to detect automatically that, okay, this chat is going to be for this topic, so it's going to be a little tough. Now what I can do is the headings which is created by the LLMs, I can take it as a reference, or the question in which in the way you are asking, I can take that as a like reference. Both will work fine. I have to think about this. Let's say if we want to take AI, if we want to apply AI in between, it will make eventually make the you know whole project more complex, and also it will not run smoothly with every device. So we have to think in the other way, where we don't have to apply AI, we just have to use some buttons. So for now, to close the session, you just have to click the button. Means we are not going to detect it right now. So let's say if you want to close the session, you can close it by using the button. That's it. That's what I want to say. Now, let's say we have okay. So this is going to be the how closing is going to work. Now we have to think about that how we are going to create that. We have to add a button in the pop-up. So let's go to the pop-up. Then we go to the pop-up.html where we are going to add a button called let's say chat count everything, and extension is ready. We have two buttons for view save chat, and then we have a button called button ID equal to, let's say ID equal to, let's say we have um you know session, that will be the ID of the button, and class equal to button. So we are not going to change that. Next we will write create session, and then we will but add a button. Right now session will be started, a timer will be started, and a timer will be started, so we have an indicator that it's on. So we also have to create three variables. We actually have to create three variables. Actually, how we are going to do that? We just are going to do like first variable will be holding the like applying what we say, that function I forgot about, it was on event button. Second, on event means if user clicks, it will start the timer, and clicks again, stop the timer, save all the chats. In this way, what we can do is that the chats can only be saved once the timer is finished, when the session is finished. and we have to create a temporary of dict or array of messages during that session, which is going to be closed when the session is over, right? So that's how we are going to work, right? Let's take an example of another, not example, let's add another thing. Fifth thing, which we are going to do in that we are going to add buttons which is going to help the user to edit, change the pattern and apply, no, change the pattern, edit the message. And what we can do is we can create a thing like a summary kind of thing. That will be better. That will be better. So if you want to save the chat, okay. So the button is added. Let's say we have the button, right? So if I open, I'll reload the thing and I'll go to the, okay. Now I will just open chatgpt.com, open prompt word, and as you can see, we have a create session button, right? On create session is active. What we have to do, we have to add what you say. Let me just think about it. Should we edit this or not? Should we use that floating icon or not? Right now, what I think is that I should do a thing. Another icon create button. Type is I have 21 ID. What is the ID? Close session plus button close session. Okay, so that's how things are going to work. We are going to click on create session and if session is created, it will then close, the button will be changed into the close button and it will close the button, right? That will be a better approach, I think. That's how things are going to work properly, because if the session is active and you are going to save any chat, so that chat should save the in that particular session instead of that in the random form. Because right now the problem we have with the chats are that if we are going to see the saved chat, we are going to uh, get that formed like new chat, new chat, new chat from chat GPT, then we have cloud, then we have grok, then we have gemini. Instead of that, we are going to add sessions, and sessions are going to save in that form. Let's say you want to save any chat, and you if you save that, then it will comes under the random chats. So we have two tabs, or you can say two buttons. One is going to be for the, you know, saved chats, then one is going to be for the random chat. Now saved chat, or you call session chat, will be work like, okay, so whenever you create the session, you will get that session button. When you create the chat, you get that chat button, right? That's how things are going to work. So right now, if we do a thing, that if we go to popup.js and for the crop, and we are going to get those things like let's say we have event listener, right? View charts, then we have status also. Apart from that, if we look at popup.js, uh, we have only four buttons. So this means if I open the prompt vault, close session is already active. So we have to like close that, right? And UI should also be more about that. Like this UI is not something which I want really. Yes, it is informative, but it's not good UI. We have three viewers. Okay. Hi guys, if you are here, just say hi in the chat. Like, okay, this UI is something which I don't want. I have to change the UI. Apart from that, if I take like what if I just use this create session button and remove the settings button? Because we don't need that setting. Like if you want to go to the setting, you just can go to the here and you can have a setting button here, because the more minimal the things will be, more it will be useful to users and not confusing to the users. That will be a great thing. What I am thinking right now, because uh, making it more compact and filled with the buttons and everything, it will be not a great option. So let's move on to that part. We'll just create a minimal look. So we are going to remove settings button and we are going to hide close session button. This will be open when the session is active, and session activation will be shown here in kind of something like that, you know, that circle. So right now I need to move to the, you know, uh, vibe coding part. Let's create something which we wanted to create. Okay, so what we are going to create? We are going to create a button, right? Close session, and settings should be removed. Okay, let's go to there. From the settings, remove, I mean, from the pop-up remove settings button, and create session and close session. We also have create session and close session. Now, what it is going to do is that we are going to follow a route of session, which means, let's say you created a session which session, and you in that session you are talking to the LMs. Then whatever chats you save will be stored in that session, because in that way we can get the chats back by our we can get the chats back by, like, in a manner form. And if the session is not created, we are going to if the session is not created, we are going to how we are going to use it. So what we have planned earlier, that as you can see, we have the update chats and everything, but here what we are going to do, let's say we don't have any session open, so we are going to save that chat as random chat. Now this was the change which you have to do in the pop-up. What about the web page, right? So here, if you see that in the web page, wait, let me just open that web page. So if you see that in the web page, we have multiple Gemini and Chat GPT. So instead of that, I will add something like that. Okay, so we have four guys. Can you guys just say hello? Anyways, move forward to our work. So I'm going to add two tabs. One is going to be a session. Session will be have multiple sessions, and you can just go to the each session by one by one. Then we have another section which will be for random chats. So whatever chats have you saved in random manner will be saved there. So it will separate both perfectly, and you are going to, like, okay, you are going to do a lot of things. So this in this manner we are going to retrieve the chat more efficiently, instead of that, like, you as you can see, this is not organized. This is just like, okay, it's great but not that great. Like, it should have some, what they say, it should have some well organized pattern by which we can retrieve the chat easily. We can use them any like time we want, and that's all. So right now our focus is to, like, that retrieval thing should be improved. So let's move on to that. Okay, what about the web page? Now, web page have multiple tabs. So instead of multiple LN tabs, we are going to have the, okay, session tab, and we are going to have random tab. Session tab will have every session. In each session, we are going to have chats from every LM we saved under that session. And in random, whatever we save will be stored. Make these changes after reading the code base. Okay, so That's how things are going to work. Anyways, we have one viewer right now. I don't know, I can guess who are you, but maybe if you're someone else, just say hi so I can confirm. Okay, so if think about this, like the chat is saved, is this a like proper way to do? Like if you think about this properly, I don't think so. That's the proper way. Like you just have two tabs. Okay, it is organized, it is well defined, but still we have something missing here that it's not making it easy, right? Hey Aditya Roy, like since how you are watching this? Okay, so thing here is that if I instead of just making two sections, why not I just make one section where like you can only chat in session instead of you can save random chats. Random chats will be like, should I add this? I am very confused about this. That should I keep that random chat part or should I just remove that random chat part? That's a really good question here because if you see, random chats are not something which like everyone will use. What I can guess. Anyways, we have 5 viewers. Hey guys, and if you guys have any suggestion you can give, you're welcome. Um, anyways, so what it is doing that now I understand the current structure. Let me implement the session management system. I'll start modifying the pop-up to add session functionality to remove the setting button. Okay, setting button is removed. Then we have session controls where we are going to have this particular part in which it have a close button, it have a button, and it is a close button. Okay, good. Now we are going to add another thing, session count, random count. Okay, that's great. Session section, current section. We have the styling also. That's great. So I think, are you on LinkedIn? Yep, I am on LinkedIn. Uh, anyways, okay. If you want to connect, you can check out my portfolio. I can share you the link. Like here, you will get everything related to me. Anyways, just move to other thing. So now we need to update the background script to handle session-based savings. Here, I think okay. So it's using the backend like that local storage. That's great. Local storage should be used. Mm-hmm. But what if we use the backend properly, right? Not right now, but after this, we have to use the backend because then it will be more convenient to use the backend, right? If you have the complex data set, if and you are not using backend, this will be going to a great, you know, blunder. I think local storage is going to have a limit. Anyways, so next step is that it's created. Okay, again, CSS and that. We have like, what do you think, guys? What should I add? Like, if you are using a extension which save the LMs from like response for the multiple LMs and it organize it. So how should it organize? Like, what do you think? How should it organize? In a in the way which I want to. If you want to know how I want to save the data right now, you can ask. Like I don't know about you guys from when you are watching. Otherwise, you can just give the suggestions also. So okay, so it's redirected the chat.js file to support the new session to its structure. It has to be done because we didn't have any other choice to do. Okay, so we have six guys. I mean, or it can be girls. Can you guys just like give me a suggestion? I really want to a suggestion from you guys. If you have to use a extension which can save all the LMs, right? LM chats which you want to save, and you can use those chats or share those chats to your friends. Also, you can just get back to chats that what you wanted, what you have researched about everything. So, are you going to love it or just going to like don't use it? That's something I want to know from you guys. Like that's what I'm creating here. I'm creating a extension which can save all the chats from different LMs by sessions, whatever session you're like currently working. So are you going to use it? Anyways, till then, let's see that what it does in extension. So if everything works correctly, like how can you run the extension? Anyways, mm-hmm. So everything is working fine here. That's what it is showing. Let's just reload the extension so we can get the recent version. Now it is reloaded. Now I can see that if I use this create session, close session, view saved chats. Then we have sessions, then we have random chats. Random chats will have everything which we saved, and sessions will only have those chats we have created. That's great. That's what I wanted. Okay, something is saved. Simple. No, no, I don't want to remove this. My bad. I have just reloaded it. If I go to the prompt world, create a session. Let's say I want to enter test session has been created. Okay, I just wanted to use that. Uh, everything is going. That's not everything. That's everything. Wait, my bad. Everything is going. My things are running smoothly at your end. So if I want to save that, I can save it from here. What? They just save it. They just that thing. Why it is not being saved? There is issue while saving the chats. So maybe the issue is in the after implementing this, if I close the session, okay, session closed, and if I go to the view saved chats, we don't have any chats, right? So that's the issue with our, you know, okay. So I think I know the issue which is causing this particular problem. I think we have not implemented the proper chat saving function because on clicking on the save button in chat GPT, it is not saving chats and only loading screen up loading icon appears, not screen appears. Okay. Error it is. Okay, it's saved. Stop, 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 stop. Please stop. My bad. It was totally my bad. Fuck. Anyways, we have prompt what? Create session. Yes, session. Okay, session is active. So if I save this in the session, so it will be saved. Nice. To hear this. Okay, appreciate that. Now if I save this, it's also saved. Great, great. That's how things should work. So if I go to the prompt saved, if I reload this, it should show. Wait, it's not showing that. If I go to random chats, it is saving the random chats, even session is active. So this means the issue is in the what else we are getting. What the heck is this? What have I done? Debug this and fix this. Totally. I'm totally mad right now. Anyways. So the session is being created, but session is not, the chat is not being stored according to session. That's a serious problem we have. Because if it doesn't work, then whole thing is based on this particular part. This means we are going to face a serious error here. Anyways, so let me just see that this should work fine. Otherwise, we have to find other ways. Apart from that, if I just remove this thing, I need to go to chat. Why does it? Hmm. Okay, good. Okay, it should work now. I think it should work. Let's go to extension. Reload the extension. It should not give the error. It is giving the errors again. Reload, again errors, again the same thing. If I reload this, I mean, if I react visit, anyways, that's not the error we wanted. Prompt vault content script loaded. That's great. Initialized prompt vault. Everything is fine right till now. Mm-hmm. We have the extension, but the error is here again. We have the same error again, right? Come on, see. Anonymous function is something which is coming in every error. I mean, from the start. Have you configured every function properly? Maybe you're not. Maybe this is something AI is missing, that the configuration of the function is not done properly here. Okay. Like, I'm audible to you guys if you are watching. Is there any lag? I also have to update it on the GitHub, right? Because GitHub save is not done, right? Uh, Now let's move on to part accept all. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is the most boring part here. We don't have accept, can accept everything. So we should work on it. We still have something called return reset button on error. In this particular src content.js. First of thing, first of all, Platform support is not for Brave Chat, not for you.com, not for Po. Platform support is only for Chat GPT, Cloud, Grok, Gemini. That's it. Because for others, we don't need to keep the platform support. Otherwise, it will become more confusing for the users. Let's say it works on one browser, not on another, because other browsers don't work as it intended. So we are not going to use other, LMs for this extension. So we have three guys. Can you say hi or something? So they removed everything. I think they should. And the part why we are getting this error, it should resolve now. It's not. But now we have something else. We have something button element dot disable equal to false. Why this is an anonymous function? Why? Mm. Also need a safety check to ensure that callback functions handles cases properly. Again, it's checking. I don't know why it's checking, but okay. So we just have to accept. Then we have to reload. Again, we have the same message at the same point. I think the issue is with something like that. Uh, again and again it is doing the same thing, but it's not getting the right part of the error. Let me just see how it is. Why it is causing. So if you see, say we have turned on the prompt vault, then we go to create session, then we are going to do it test, and then we press OK. Right. As planned, it should work in different way. Let's say I just gonna save this message. Okay, just fail to save conversation. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's the issue. Extension may need to be loaded. Let's say load the extension. Put with this. We load this page also. Add a save button. Save success session name test. Okay, it is saved. This name save chat sessions. Mm-hmm. That's great. Now we have test session. And what is running? Test is active right now. That's all what we wanted. Like how it should be saved. Another thing, what else we want to implement? What else we can do here? So we have to improve the UI. Improve the UI of the pop-up. Fix the icon issues. Don't use emojis. Use proper icons and make the design look premium. Omit minimal. And what else? What else we can make? Like keep the keep dark and keep dark, and what we call this is light feature. Make sure that design Anyways, till then, the thing is like code is being generated. We have to think about the next steps which we are going to follow. So the next steps, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a backend, a proper front end, which is going to based on React or Next, so that we can like improve things in that. Apart from that, right now after this change, I will make sure that the UI should be changed and it should be more engaging, and it should have micro interactions for the users so that it can work properly. See, my plan to create this thing was not that I have to create the full-fledged app, but right now I'm focusing on it. Like I really want to create a proper web-based, extension, and after that I will also try to introduce an app also, which will work properly with that, and I will like just try my best. Anyways, so we have right now we have everything's working fine, right? But that icons and other things are not like fitting with the theme. That's why I wanted to change the UI. I should create the GitHub repository so that the next step should be done. Let me just do that. Go to the Safari, then I have to do prompt what, right? I have a notification, I guess. Okay, it's old notification. Anyways, new repository. And what if I just use it that new prompt? What? Okay, okay, this is going to take times. So we have to work on that. We have three guys. Can you say hi? Like who is present and who is watching right now? And also, if you want to ask something, like you can. Mhm. Okay, so this is working fine, right? Now I have to get initialize this thing. Then we have prompt work init, get init, add origin. Now we have to add more also after this. So if I have to create like I have to publish this particular Chrome extension, I have to register also, right? I can guess. Okay, so we'll do that in next version. Till then, we have to define this, the UI. Along with that, I have to add the functionality of the backend. Along with that, I have to create a separate web page which is linked with the backend, also with this extension. Everything should look great. So right now, I am just trying to polish things, polish the features, polish the UI, and polish everything which I can right now. because the main MVP was created, like which we wanted to create is created. Now we have to focus on something which will have to publish this extension. So let's hope for the best. It should work fine. Um, Okay, session is created means like if you this should be done more fast. Like this is taking a lot of time and it's really like making my head scratch and also I'm getting bored. Mm-hmm. We have 6 viewers and no one is like just say, can you guys just say hi or something? Test popup.html. Okay. I don't think so. I have to right now I should add uh, the backend. I should add it. Mhm. Okay. So the design consistency is added. So if I refresh, sometimes I just hate AI a lot. Really. Like everything is going fine, then there is a point come where the AI will be like, okay, I can just think all by myself and I can create something which you don't do not want, right? That's why that's like why should I uh, want that? Okay, let's do a thing. Let's create a sample of the pop-up, not the real pop-up. Why? I wanted to create the pop-up. That's why I told you to create the pop-up. I don't. If I wanted to test pop-up something like that, or I want to change the manifestation, I should have said that. I should have typed that. But that's what, like, I think we have to fix that. I will soon start creating the AI agents, everything. I will like just explore that part also. And I will definitely move towards like, okay, in, in a day, like for hours, like for 4 to 5 hours, I will just don't touch AI, don't use AI, and I will do all by myself. Then I will also use the AI to create some things because at the end of the day, AI is everywhere. Like, as you see, you have to use AI, you have to master the AI. How can you use it in your day-to-day life to improve your tasks, improve your work? It can help a lot, and you will eventually you will enjoy. using it. Okay, it's loaded. Now we have to go to the UI of the extension from cloud. Okay, that's not bad at all. Okay, so this is good. This is good. We have cloud, we have ChatGPT, we have Grok, we have Gemini. Mm-hmm. We all chats. If I have to go there, the web page UI, you've not made changes to the web page UI because it is the same as earlier if you not make the changes. Hmm. Agree. Yeah, you have to agree because that's the truth. All right. So message. The extension UI is good, not good. It's totally fine. Like that's how I want it to it be. But uh, now to launch is as a product, I also need to connect it to the backend, fix these icons. Then I have to also fix. Okay, I can click on the close. That will be it. Extension ready. Extension ready should okay. It should be shown because some user may want that. And apart from that, I have to fix this icon things. I can install the icons and then upload it there. And I can just get from where I can use ChatGPT, Grok, Cloud, and Gemini icons. Anyways, it is showing that we have 3 sessions and 12 random sessions. Then we will go to the chats, and here it is same. So the chats should be updated. I am not able to the icons. The actual save button styling on the web page. Wait, if I just mhm. Can you guys just press like button if you're enjoying it? You can ask questions also. Okay, I can't click. Why? Okay, that's good. I can't click on my screen. That's strange. Anyways, so it is saying that everything is fine right now. You can that same error is coming and again and again. So I'm not going to focus on that. Just reload, go to the page. Okay. You improve this. Let's say I'm using Chrome. I go to the Chrome. I say, oh, there. I have a save button, which is saving everything. Right. Now, if I go to the Gmail, I will ask it have a save button. It's also saving. Everything is fine. I will go to Cloud Gemini and then we have Cloud. Okay, what I am doing? I have the Cloud. It has a save button and it is working same. That's great. So everything is working fine here. Now, Chrome extension also have a what about this page? I don't know about this page. Oh, hey, human-like stuff. I'm great. How are you doing? And I'm creating a extension as the top. Like I guess my video's title is same. I have not changed it. Okay, I can't click. Why I can't click on the button? Wait. What the heck? Okay, alright. Coding backend for a Chrome extension. So I'm just coding a backend for a Chrome extension. Before that, I am just improving the front end so I can make sure. Okay, I am from India, so I know Hindi and I know English. That's all. I only know these two languages. What about you? Where you're from? How you're doing? Like programming language. Oh, fuck. Sometimes I just doubt that I am a programmer or not. Like I am doing these dumb things continuously. Anyways, I've worked with Python. Like I started with the Python, so I know Python pretty well. Then I moved to JavaScript and done a lot of projects with JavaScript. And in the way, I learned about TypeScript. And now I am like exploring Go. Not exploring. I just started it 2 days ago, and that's all I know. Apart from that, in the college, I study in Java sometimes. Like for the OOPS, they have Java. For the DSA, they have C++. So I have both. Like I've used both of these things, but mostly about the conceptual part. You use AI for the most of the code. For this particular project, yes, but not for all. If you want to see all the projects which I've created so far, you can go to the pinned website and you can see the codes. This project is like mostly I've used the AI in this project because if you see the starting of this project, it was like okay, creating something with like I forgot the title, but it was something like okay, I'm creating a Chrome extension with AI. No, like doing vibe coding. So I was exploring the vibe coding, and on the way, I just wanted to know that my idea works or not. It was like, okay, validating my idea. If it works, I will create this as a product. Otherwise, I will just move forward to other idea. So at this time, like at this time of my day, I mostly use vibe coding to code the particular project, whatever is in my mind. that crazy ideas, you know, vibe coding sucks a lot, a lot. That lot sounds way bigger than I am sounding right now. A lot. I can help with the front end if you want. If you want to help me with the front end, I am like I totally want to accept that, but not right now. Just wait a while. Like I am just setting up the project. I have to like bring the project to a certain level. Then I will start that open source contribution from you guys. If you want, you can. Like you are totally welcome, but not now. Like just give me 1 or 2 days. You know. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, if the project setup is not done properly, you can contribute properly. Like okay, you know about lots of things, but someone new came to the project, then that guy will got stuck in some steps or in somewhere. So I'm just making sure that okay, the project is good to go. Yeah, good. I would love to contribute. Yeah, like this project is going to be more like a product. So we are going to see that I will make this product free. I will try to make this product free. And if I found something that okay, people are going to pay for, I will sure make it paid. Then I will not open source it. I will love to hire you guys. Let's see, but that's totally, you know, just talking in air, just trying to write in the air. Okay, so we have the code. Now it should work fine. What problem does it solve? Okay, so actually it was problem which is related to like which I heard from several people that have you ever used like you have used LMs like ChatGPT, Cloud and everything. So let's say you are researching for a topic. Like me, whenever I want to create a product, I just go to project or product whatever I want to create. I just go to ChatGPT for the that idea validation and what I can do, right? When everything is fine, like okay, I have to create this, I am finalized like I have finalized this, I go to Grok and just research for the resources and existing things. Like okay, does this idea exist already or not? If it existing, if the project is existing, I would like just choose to learn from that project and improve that. So that's how I work. Now, if I have to take the help regarding programming, I will go to the cloud. Cloud is really great in programming and it explains a lot. So you can see that from for one certain topic, I go to multiple LMs, and in multiple LLMs I have multiple replies. So let's say I have one reply from each LLM is I am considering that that's good for my project, right? I want to save them. I have saved, like the chat is already saved in their respective platforms, but I wanted to save in a particular platform, in a like unique platform. So it just combine those chats. Wait, so it summarizes LLM outputs? No, it doesn't summarize. It just stored the chats. Then after a while, it like if you want to get the old chats, you will get it from there. And also, summarization is something which I will love to add. If you willing to work on that, you can. Again, after a while, you can also, like if you want to add that's the functionality, I will really welcome you to add that functionality. I hope it is clear for you. I know, like I am not that good explainer. Like I mostly create things all by myself, so that's why. So you scrapping those? Yeah, I am like scrapping those output. So like what this particular extension do with the web page? It What it does, that it takes a element like a save button and then finds where the function, like buttons are, in functional buttons are. So it places that save button in that particular chat. So if you click on that chat, it will store the chat where, like what you sent and what you got, right? That's how it works. So you can click on this, you can click on this, and it will be saved. Now how the sessions or how the how you can know that which particular topic I was searching for and what with me buttons and stuff. Yeah, so that's how things works. So when you click on that, you go to the extension, let's say, and you already created a session. So if you created a session, it will stored in that session. If the session is not created, you are going to this is going to stored in particular like random things. Like if you go to the view all chats, you can see here we have everything. We have random chats. We have this. This UI is not great, I'll say, but okay, that's what I have right now. You can improve it. Like you, as you said, I can contribute in the front end. You can contribute to the front end. So how this like that's how it works. As you can see, test session. We have this. We have this. Okay. You did that or AI? I can't say I did that because 75% work is done by AI. Only 25 like which buttons to have to target, like which part have you to target, and everything related to scrapping because I have done scrapping. Front end, you did. No, front end, no. Like I have didn't wrote a single code for the front end. I've used AI totally, and I just wrote that okay, you have to create a minimal and a premium look. Like I don't, I've not worked with front end that much, so I don't know about the terminologies. So that's why I just that generalized thing. Okay, you have to create a minimal and premium look of the website, and you have to do that. So that's how I just wrote the prompt, and it's worked. It worked like for a short period of time to just validate my idea. Nice name. Yep. What if I say that it is given by AI? Mm-hmm. From ChatGPT. ChatGPT, that little guy. Okay, so we have everything what we wanted for our MVP. Okay, now the next step we want to do is it's going to be really tricky, but I want that I have to create a separate front end. I mean, separate React front end. I mean, we could scale this as a startup. Yeah, we can scale this as a startup, but like whenever I thought a product, like thought about a product, and I think that okay, I can create this as a startup, I just get stuck on that. So right now, I'm not thinking like that. I'm just trying to create something which I faced. Like I'm solving a problem, also creating a product. So I'm just focusing on that. That's that's all from me. I've never thought about this as a startup, right? If you can help, you are like you can help me if you want to. We will do that. But for now, I don't want to look into that because you will eventually get distracted. Startup is something which is like people are generalizing a lot these days. They are calling everything as a startup, and they are doing like you are just creating an agency. How can it be a startup? Like I don't think that. No, I can be wrong, but that's totally what I think. An agency can't be a startup, and tool can't be a startup. If you want to create a startup, like you have to work properly on that. That's not the startup, right? So that's why uh, as you said that I we could scale this as a startup. I can call this as a startup if it is if it is solving any problem which have like multiple problems. Let's say you are talking about Tesla, you are talking about you know uh, what we call Razorpay. Let's say Razorpay it's a startup, right? So what it does, it solves the what I say, I forgot that. Okay, it solves the payment issue. It also introduced new tech. How can you handle things? It also introduced new things like if let's say me and you creating a particular product, right? We are only two team, like two guy team. How can we say that it's startup, right? It's just a tool. Startup have a proper team, have a proper management, and have a proper way to work. So that's also in my mind. So that's why I don't focus on startups. I am working on in a startup right now. It's of my friend, and we are working really great. Like we are touch wood, we are in a good phase of our startup. We are pitching our ideas. Everyone is accepting it, and that's great. But yeah, will I think I said a lot. It was just rant which I was doing with you. I'm sorry for that. Yep. I think let if you want to help me out, you can. How can you help me out? That you have to focus on solving that problem, which I am right now focusing. Right. You have to focus on if you're saying you are React guy, right? How can you help me? You can create a better UI. You can create a proper UI, which is so good to see, so relevant to use, and you enjoy every time you use. So when you enjoy things, like if you create the UI in that way, you can really help me out. Our engagement will increase. People will use a lot because at the end of the day, everyone to save those chats. I can't see anyone around who's using LM and who don't want to save their important chats. So if you really want to help me out, you can help me with that right now. But if you think that, okay, like if you are coming, if you want to contribute in this project and thinking of that it will become a startup, then please don't, because maybe it not, maybe I discontinue this project, maybe I will not work that well, right? So that's what I am saying to you, because lots of guy came in last 4 to 5 days. They said that I want to contribute, and they also said that we can make a startup, we can make this, we can make that. Like, but my major focus is that, okay, first we solve this problem, then we will decide those things. If it is working fine, then we will decide those things. That's a something which is way far right now. So if you want to contribute, focus on the UI. I will give you the code, I will give you the access to the repository. You can work on that, you can contribute that, and you can create it more better than it is right now. How about this? What do you think? Yep, you can. You totally can. Like right now, my whole code is about, written by AI, and I don't want that. Like, because I don't know about my code. That's the drawback of the, code vibe coding. I don't have any connection to my code. I don't have that feeling to my code. And I'm not enjoying to code like that way. But I'm just validating my idea right now. So I really want, if you want to work, like I said, as you said that you want real challenges, that you want to face that. This is your like time. You can do that, and we can work together. But just wait a while. When I will launch this as a, like, I even though I have not uploaded it on the GitHub, so you can contribute. Yeah, you cannot understand a code which is synthesized by a AI, which is created by AI. Every line you are seeing on the that code base is not yours. And if I create a product by using AI, even though it can work pretty well, but I don't think so it will scale after a while. It will get into errors because AI can't consider everything, right? And AI can't feel how user is feeling, even though you can train it on basis of lots of data. AI is never going to create a beautiful UI which you wanted to create, right? It will have lots of flaws. And another thing I felt that, yeah, AI will, after using a while, you will lose interest in programming. You will be like, why I'm doing this? Because that small happiness, small time happiness, or that little happiness which you get from solving the errors, which you get from solving the bugs, which you get from writing the code, that click of your mouse, that click of your keyboard, that, every line you are connected with that particular code is missing right now. You're just writing prompt, you're just commanding like you are what you are doing, you are just supervising things, and it's really bad, right? You are not enjoying it. So that's what I think also. I am writing right now, like as you can see in my yesterday stream, I didn't used AI, and the day before yesterday, same thing. I tried to not use AI. So yeah, sometime I use AI, sometime I don't. Okay, so enough talk. Let's get back to work. What we wanted. So we have a basic setup. That's what I can say. Now I can just move forward to get a dot, get initiated, check. Okay, we have to create a git branch dev git checkout me. No, checkout dev. Git git push. What was the command to sync the branch? I forgot this. The portfolio is fine. Okay, uh, all the best for your work. Let's work together whenever you want. You can just ping me LinkedIn. If you want to chat with me, you can just email. Like if you want something really urgent, you can just email me. That will be a great. We'll start a server also, Discord server soon, so we can talk there. And just press that subscribe button so we can stay connected. That's something I wanted to say. Okay, so first thing, this UI should be fixed, but okay, that's not an issue. Bye. Good night. Sleep early. Also, remember to sleep properly, bro. Start coding with this. What was the command? Wait, let me just see. The command was I've created the what I've created the branch locally, but how to sync it with the good night. Sync it with the GitHub. Git branch, git check out your branch. Okay, git push your origin, your branch name. That's great. That's how we were going to push, but git push you origin dev. Okay, so dev is created and dev is post. Now development service is ready, right? We can work on the development service server now. I think dev is initiated. Micro interactions. Also, what we need that. Hmm. Wait, where is the cursor? Where is the cursor? Okay, here it is. So micro interaction, and what was the thing which you wanted? Let me see. What was this? What was this? Hmm, okay. Okay, it changed. What the heck is this? What the heck? No saved chat yet. Sessions, random chats. Okay, so this is pretty much for today. Like, okay, we've added a lot of things. Let's come back tomorrow to see what we can do next. Bye bye, guys. Meet you tomorrow.